What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my Blu-ray DVD update for June 5th, 2017. So I've got 9 things to show you, 7 Blu-rays, all movies from 2015. But yes, this is finally my last video of movies from my wish list for 2015. And I also got a couple of DVDs, a couple of TV seasons, finishing up a TV show which I have barely watched, sadly. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'll start off with the movies. Up first, we have The Last Witch Hunter. Starring Vin Diesel, directed by Brett Eisner. Vin Diesel plays a immortal witch hunter who's been battling witches throughout the ages. When the evil queen gets resurrected in present day, he has to come back and fight her and save the day. Michael Caine is in this film briefly, along with Elijah Wood and Rose Leslie. She played Jon Snow's wilding lover for a season or two, Ygritte, on Game of Thrones. So interesting to see her in something other than Game of Thrones. Always been a fan of Elijah Wood. Not a great film, that's for sure. I don't remember much about it, to be honest, but I remember the beginning being pretty cool. And I was kind of surprised that Michael Caine was in this, and Elijah Wood. But yeah, Vin Diesel doing his thing. The Last Witch Hunter, which I can't say. Anyway, moving on. Up next, we have The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Directed by Guy Ritchie and based on the 1960s TV show, starring Robert Vaughn. Henry Cavill plays Napoleon Solo, a CIA agent who has to team up with Armie Hammer's character, Ilya Kurakin, a KGB agent set in the Cold War. Sort of interesting spy thriller. Alicia Vikander is in the film as well, along with Hugh Grant. Pretty good from what I remember. Not totally memorable, but still a pretty good little spy thriller, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Alright, moving on. I picked up No Escape. Really good, intense thriller starring Owen Wilson and Lake Bell. Owen Wilson moves to Southeast Asia to work, I think for a water company, and he moves there with his family. But when he arrives, he finds out the natives are pretty restless, to say the least. Americans are being killed in the streets, and his hotel is under siege from these sort of radical militants, and he basically has to fight for his life along with his family to survive. He gets the help from a former British agent, of course, played by Pierce Brosnan. Pretty intense film. Surprising moments, especially at the beginning. A lot of bloodshed. Kind of in keeping with what's been going on in the world today. These type of films, sort of a bit unseemly, if you ask me, the subject matter. But that's just the way it is these days, unfortunately. But yeah, good, intense movie. And I remember at the end they end up fleeing into, of all countries, Vietnam is the country they find safe haven in. But yeah, good thriller with Owen Wilson, Lake Bell, and Pierce Brosnan. Alright, up next, I got Pixels in 3D. Directed by Chris Columbus. This film got panned pretty good. But I enjoyed this film. Sort of a stupid sci-fi action comedy, starring Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Peter Dinklage, Michelle Monaghan, Brian Cox, to name a few. Good fun film. Aliens attack the Earth after having received transmissions of video games from the 1980s, and they use classic characters and these games as their weapons against the Earth. So you have Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and Centipede and all that kind of good stuff. Pretty cool, fun movie. from what I remember. Was it great? No, but I didn't think it was terrible, that's for sure. So that is Pixels. Alright, moving on. Up next we have Project Almanac. Yeah, sort of good, interesting teen time travel thriller starring Johnny Weston. Yeah, these high school guys find blueprints for a time travel device and somehow manage to build it in their garage. And then they go back in time to make money and party and all that kind of good stuff. Hook up with the cute girl. Not a great film, much like Project X, the other sort of teen big party movie from a couple years back. Sort of a similar type of film. But Project Almanac, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun for what it is. Cool little teen time travel thriller. Project Almanac. Alright, up next, I picked up Selfless, directed by Tarsum Singh, very visual director. Yeah, starring Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley plays a wealthy guy who's dying, and he transfers his consciousness into another person. Ryan Reynolds' character, who's like a former Marine or something. Yeah, interesting sci-fi thriller, and of course Ryan Reynolds slowly trying to figure out who he is, or who he was anyway. Natalie Martinez, I think, plays his ex-wife in the film. Matthew Good and Derek Luke are in the movie as well. Not a great thriller, but I've always enjoyed Ryan Reynolds and can never go wrong with Ben Kingsley. So that is Selfless. Alright guys, moving on. Finishing up with the movies, we have Taken 3, directed by Olivier Megaton, of course starring Liam Neeson. Yeah, this one's set in LA. He gets framed for the murder of his ex-wife, Famke Janssen, and of course he has to go on the run, kill everybody, and clear his name, all while protecting his daughter, played by Maggie Grace. Not a very good-looking film, I thought, and certainly the weakest of the Taken franchise, if you ask me. The first one's really good. The second one's pretty good, okay. This one was not great at all. Taken 3, but Liam Neeson kicking ass, taking names. What's not to love about that? So that is Taken 3, and that ends my wish list of 2015 movies. So anyway, closing with the couple TV shows I got. Same show, 2 different seasons. Picked up Sons of Anarchy season 6 with this cool slipcover, which I don't have for any of the other seasons I have slipcovers for, which is interesting. But yeah, like I said, I've only watched when this initially ran on FX. I started watching it when it started, and I watched like the first 5 or 6 episodes, and I haven't watched anything since. Of course, with Ron Perlman, Charlie Hunnam, Katie Seagal, all people I like, all actors I like. Of course, about a motorcycle gang in California. So definitely a show I definitely have to watch. Sons of Anarchy. That is season 6. And to complete the series, I also picked up season 7, or the final season. Again, terrific show. And this one, again, with a cool sort of clear slipcase, which I dig. So yeah, definitely a show I want to watch and finish eventually. But yeah, now I have all 7 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. So that is my update. 9 DVDs and Blu-rays, 7 movies from 2015. Finally finishing off my 2015 wish list. A couple of DVD television box sets. So yeah, now I can obviously focus on, I do have a couple movies from 2016 that I got for like Christmas and my birthday in recent months, but now I can really focus on buying films that are more recent from last year. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.